Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to our review this week. Yesterday and the day before, we worked on reviewing all of blending. And today and tomorrow, excuse me, we are going to be working on segmenting or the writing part, which sometimes is the trickier of the two because you really have to listen for those sounds and get them on paper. Today, you are going to need a dry erase board or marker or a piece of paper and a crayon or a pencil, something to write with it on. So if you don't have that, if you could press pause, go grab that, and then come back, that would be great. We're going to get started with just warming up with pushing the chips. I know you've had a lot of practice with this. What I'd like you to do is you don't have chips in front of you. I know some of you may, and if you want to again press pause and go grab those and use them, you can, but you don't have to. You can just pretend to push the chips on your table in front of you or on your hand as we're doing this. So I'm just going to say some words and just to get our brains warmed up to hear those sounds, we're just pushing. We're not doing any writing right now. We're just going to push chips to get warmed up. Okay, so it's really important that you say it slow. Another strategy we used was the rubber band. That even if you don't have a rubber band in your hand, you can just pretend like you have a rubber band. You're really sliding through the sound, stretching out the word, and trying to grab every sound that you hear. Okay, so here we go. If we started, let's say, with the word cat, if I pretend like I have a rubber band, I can stretch that out and go at cat. So let's push the chips. Remember, I'd like you to pretend like you have chips in front of you just to push for each sound. Are you ready? At. So I hear three sounds, so I push a chip for beginning, middle, and end. Good, let's pull this down. How about, so we're going to reset. If I said the word run, run. Let's push chips to hear those sounds. Ready? Good, three sounds. Let's push it back. We're going to do just one more because, again, we are just waking up our brains to hear the sounds so we can write in a second. Let's do hop, hop, up. Let's push the chips. Ready? Ah, hop. Good. So now this is when you are going to need your dry erase and board or marker or paper or pencil, whatever you're writing with. And we're going to go through these words and we are just going to stretch out the sounds and we are going to write the word that matches the picture. Remember, do it nice and slow. This is kind of like when I do things like talk like a turtle, when I say the sounds really slow and you put them together, that's what we're doing here. We're saying it really slow and pulling them apart. All right, so this is a picture of someone who is digging. So the word we're going to do is dig. D-ig. Let's stretch it like with our pretend rubber band. D-ig. Try it again. D-ig. Now I want you to go ahead and write it. If you don't have a piece of paper or something to write with it on, please press pause and then come back. But d-d-d, what's the first sound that you hear? Go ahead and write it. And if you know all three sounds, please don't wait for me. Go ahead and write. So if I hear that first sound, the initial sound is that d, d, I. What vowel says I? I says I. Good. D, ig. What do you hear at the end? Write your ending sound. D, ig. Did you say G? Very good. That is the word dig. And we can always check it, boys and girls, to make sure that we grabbed all the sounds that we heard. D, ig. Good. All right, let's move on to our next picture. This is a picture of a box. B. Let's stretch it out. B-ox. One more time. B-ox. Go ahead and write it. I'm going to give you a second before I write it. B-ox. All right, if you need more time, press pause because I'm going to start typing. Ready? B. What's the first sound? B-ah. O says ah. O says ah. And x. X. Very good. Box. B-ox. Great. Let's go to the next one. This is a picture of a leg. Let's stretch out the sounds. Ready? L, g. L, What vowel says g? Go ahead and write it. L, egg. All right, kiddos, if you need more time, press pause. If not, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to write it. Ready? Here we go. Oops, sorry about that. Ooh, L says ooh, E says g, g, g. Oops, my my mouse hopped. Let's look at that, boys and girls. Let's say we did that. Sometimes a little happy mistake really helps us learn. So look at this. I get done with my word and this is what I have down. Now my mouse moved, so it was out of order. But let's slide to the sounds and check ourselves because I look at that and that does not look right. So if I look at this and I go ooh, does that say leg? No, what's the first sound I hear? Ooh, L. So this should not be here. I have to get rid of that. Now I can put the G at the end. Now let me check it. Ooh, egg, leg. Good, your leg. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, this is a map. Let's stretch out the sounds. Ready? A, map. Go ahead and write those letters down. Whew, excuse me, boys and girls. A. All right, I'm going to type. If you need more time, press pause. Ready? What sounds is M says A says p, P says p. Good. Map. Very good. And I think we have one more. Yes, we do. And this is a sun. Let's stretch out those sounds. Ready? Un. Try it again. Un. Go ahead and write it. All right, if you need more time, press pause. I'm going to type. U says U says sun. Good. So that's it for today, boys and girls. Really, with learning how to write the words, there's some really important things that obviously we need. We need to know what sound matches the letter. So letter sound relationship, we call that as a teacher. So what letter matches what sound and how to write those letters. Because really as a writer, it can get really frustrating if I know that S says, but I don't know how to make that S sound. So really just practicing handwriting and knowing how to write those letters is important. And then also being able to stretch out those words and listening all the sounds I hear in the word. So we're going to do another thing just like this tomorrow to practice. You'll have a seesaw activity to do with this video and have a great night and I'll see you soon. Bye.